everyone, and welcome to GeekGirlCon's month of grim fairy tales. Um, I am Jannae. I am part of the Twitch team here. My pronouns are she, her. My dark hair is up in a high bun. I have dark rimmed glasses, and I'm wearing a fleece with a zigzag pattern. And it's white with blue and pink. Let's see. And I am joined by Jessie. Jessie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hi, my name's Jessie, parchmints everywhere else. And I am wearing my hair up as well, my dark brown hair. And I'm wearing a dark gray shirt. You can't see it very well, but there's a rainbow and skeleton on it. It's very cool. And in front of me, I have a little nail station with all assortments of spooky nail art colors. So there's a wide array. And I use she, her pronouns. Oh my goodness.
Yay, thanks for joining us, Jessie. And Jessie is back for this spooky nail art session. You were previously here for, I don't remember what our month was, but we did Link.
Self-care?
Zelda. Yeah, maybe that was
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was self-care, and self-care for me at the time was lots of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. So a combination of two of your favorite things at the time. Let's see. To start us off, though, quick icebreaker question. What is your favorite color to wear clothing-wise during the fall and to put on your nails?
Well, oh my gosh. Two very different questions for like what I like to wear and what I wear on my nails. But for when I always go for like really dark greens, like mossy greens, because I have hazel eyes, so I think it kind of matches it helps bring that out. But for my nails, oh gosh, it's really hard to pick a color, but I love fall because I love like a good subdued palette. So you'll kind of see what I have. But I love rich, like really rich autumny colors, like dark browns and maroons, really deep teals, like colors that are really deep and dark. I just feel like look really great.
Yeah.
I really coordinate my nails to a season for sure.
Yeah, I love that. I try when I do my nails during the fall, try to go for like those really vibrant, deep, like rich colors. Yeah, it feels like it matches the weather and also like gives you that pop of color that's like then you look down at your nails and like, oh, it's like so happy when the outside is not so happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like during the fall, color wise or clothing wise, for myself, it's normally a little bit more subdued, a lot of blacks, but I think that's just me, my clothing in general. But
lots of dark colors.
Yeah, lots of dark colors. Like this is the most fun jacket that I own. So that's where we are. But chat, let us know what your favorite color is to wear on your nails and on your clothing during the fall. But Volumnia says she is partial to a soft gray for clothes and any and all nail colors because no season can contain my nails.
Exactly. I love that energy. Wear what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are y'all ready to get started?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, so my vision for today is I'm gonna ask chat to help curate my manicure. So we're gonna have lots of polls, and I have lots of options. And hopefully, you pick a good look for me. And if not, that's okay. I've got my handy dandy acetone with me as always, and I can do it over again. But I think You guys are going to do great. So,
curating.
Yeah, we're curating. So I think the first thing I want to do before anything is I just want you to pick a palette. So I have 3 palettes here. And each palette will have 2 options, but we'll get into that later. So the first palette I have it's kind of like a spooky. This is like spoopy. We'll call this the spoopy palette. So I have this like really lovely bright green, a bright purple, and a bright orange. So this is kind of like, I don't know, like your 2nd grade teacher.
Yeah, it feels like witchy,
Halloween palette.
Witchy Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really fun. And then I also have like all of these versions with linear hollow in it, which means it's sparkly, but not quite as bright, just because there's like hollow in it. But we'll get back to that. So right now we're just looking at color. So that's our spoopy one. This is like our autumn girl. This is like autumn girl palette. This is like those kind of rich, earthy tones that I was thinking about. And so for this one and the spoopy one, I would put them on as a skittle. A skittle is when you put one color on each nail. So like for this, for example, I would have 2 nails be one color, 2 nails be another color, and then 1 nail be a different color. So you'd get a mix. And it's called skittle, like, which I think is a really cute name for it. But anyway, so this palette is like, we've got kind of a burnt orange, a deep green, and kind of a, I don't know, let me see it. I don't have the best lighting here, but it's kind of like a burnt brown, almost yellowish color. Kind of an amber maybe. And then I also have those as, I also have those as, what are they called? Linear hollow version. So sparkly, rainbowy. So yeah, that's like our fall girl palette. And then this one is our vamp gradient. So what it is it would be a black that gradients into a dark red, into a lighter red. And this is the hollow version, and I also have the creme version. But yeah. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that would be a gradient. It wouldn't be a skittle.
Okay. I'm gonna start the poll, but
so we got spoopy palette, autumn girl palette, and vamp palette.
Even I don't know which one I want to pick.
I know there's some fun options, right?
Yeah.
But so while that's going, I'm gonna do some nail care. So I don't know if you noticed, but last time I had much longer nails. My nails are always natural, just because that's easier and cheaper. The problem is that sometimes my nails break on me, and especially because GeekGirlCon was a couple weeks ago, so we were all over the place. And I don't know if you can tell, but this guy no, you can't tell. There's a big, deep break in there, deep in my nail bed. And I can't really cut my nail any closer because what are they called? Like wicks? I don't know. Mine are really high up, and so I can never get them down very far. So they're always going to be kind of this length or more. So in order to prep for doing a mani like this, there's some steps you should take to make it so that like you're not further breaking that nail. Like right now, mine's in my bed, so I could potentially injure myself if I'm not careful with it because I've got that deep of a break. It's not that bad. Like I'm not gonna die, but
okay.
It's just like I don't want it to bleed or anything. Don't want the break to get worse. Want it to grow out nice. So the way to kind of handle this, if you do get a break that's in your bed, is there is this really cool, like you get nail glue. There's a cool fix for this. There's a couple ways to do this. But I get some nail glue and I basically will paint it on like I would any other nail polish. And then I have this like powder that I dip it in, so it kind of cements the nail together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm going to be constantly like, I'm missing something because I have so many little bits and bobs. But we can get started with this. So I'm just gonna do a cute little glue over my nail, just like I would if I were putting on nail polish. And then quickly dip it into this little bucket of schmutz sand.
And you just dip it in.
Oh yeah, I am just like, like trying to get it even as possible. And I'm just gonna brush off the excess back in there.
Okay.
Yeah, and so now I have like a nail that is ready to be painted on. And so I need a filer. I need a buffer though too. Hold on. Okay. So I need a little buffer.
What is the difference between a buffer and a file?
Yeah.
Or are they
so
the same
it's
thing?
really, the difference is really just like the size of the grain on like whatever surface you're using. So there's a different kinds of surfaces. Like I have so this is this emery board. You won't really be able to tell, but it has a much thicker texture. It's going to be a lot harsher, like, so you're gonna really cut in there deeper. So this would be, you would use this for like shaping your nails. Like when you're doing one of these. This is a lot. It's almost like a very light sandpaper, so that way I can use it on my nail bed without damaging it, basically. Or if it even if it is like, if you get a buffer, like you can make your nails really shiny just like your naked nail. And so it's like it's a little bit, it's like sanding essentially. So all of a buffer and an emery board are essentially the same thing. It's just like the degree to which like how coarse it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they're similar
because I have this broken nail. Yeah. So like there's lots of little ways. So this is like, this all came in like a little kit for me when I bought it. This like Orly crystal clear. I have different brands here, but like normally if you get one of these like nail recovery kits, they will give you the powder, they'll give you the glue, and they'll give you a little emery board to buff it. Because like if I were to just put this on without buffing it, it'll be really grainy and it'll be really grainy and bumpy, uneven, and gross. You know, not nice as like when you have a nice smooth bed on your fingernails. So I'm trying to create the illusion that I have not broken a nail at all. My life is totally put together, and I never make any mistakes regarding my nails. No one's holding me to that standard except for me, though. But yeah, well, here's the thing too, is that like I really mess with my nails and my hands a lot. So if I have like a ingrown nail, or I don't know, is that what an ingrown nail is, when you get like the little tags on your finger nail bed? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I call them.
Well, like yeah, I think that's what they are. But like whenever I have those like little skin tags like on my around my cuticle, I go nuts. I absolutely need to have I need to have like something to cut it off, or I will be messing with it all day, and then it's a bad situation. And so same with like if my nail's broken, I will be messing with it all day. So this helps me stop messing with it because I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like part of the reason why I paint my nails too, so I don't pick at them. Because like you don't.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's such a good point. Like, I will be messing with my nails so much if I don't have nail polish on. But yeah, so that's just like hopefully that's helpful if you ever like find yourself with a really deeply broken nail, but then that's something that you can do to do some to do some first aid on it. And then the next thing that we're going to do, this is a step that I recommend everybody do and you never skip, because it's going to leave your mani, it's going to make it a lot more long lasting. It's going to protect your nail. Sometimes when you wear a lot of nail polish, you can get your fingernails can stain, kind of a yellow color. Mine usually do, even with a base coat, but base coat still will protect your nails a lot from staining, and it's protects your nail from the harsh chemicals as well. So I really recommend getting some sort of base coat. They come in all different kinds. I like to use a long-lasting base coat, but there's smoothing base coats. So like if you happen to have a lot of ridges in your nails, which some people do just genetically, you can get that. They have really cool base coats, like peely base coats, where if you want to you just want to kind of pop off, you can just pop off the your nail color. It's really cool, but it doesn't never last for more than a day or two for me. So I'm like, no, I need something a little longer lasting than that. So that's why I always start with a base coat.
And base coats very different from top coats, right?
It's not super different. At least they are different. But the actual ingredients are not super different. But it's like the concentration of it.
Okay.
So if you're in a pinch and you just don't have any base coat, you can use your topper, or you can use a topper as you can use a base coat as a topper if you're in a pinch. I still would recommend having, I would still remember have your quick drying top coat and a base coat. But sometimes you're in an emergency situation and you can't. So I would say using a top coat for your base coat is better than nothing at all.
Okay. Is there such a thing as a 2-in-1, like top coat and base coat, kind of like a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner?
I think there are, but I would also tell you, just like a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner, probably not going to be. You're not going to have as great of results if you get like something that's specifically formulated for your top and for your base coat.
Makes sense. And Lummi is on the exact same page. Exact same thing. Okay.
Who did?
Oh, Lummi, Taryn.
Oh, yeah. So, you're just gonna... How's the poll looking?
Oh, we're tied. So...
We're tied.
Yeah, so... how should we do the tiebreaker? I don't know. Jessie, do you just want to pick? Do we want to do one from each?
Is it a 3-way tie, or are we
it's a 3-way tie.
For real?
Yeah, so...
Sudden death. Let's see here.
Which set would bring you the most? Oh, no, Lazy Slayer says she will, she didn't get to vote, so she will break it.
It's all on you.
Yeah, Lazy Slayer, which combo do you want? It is either, the spoopy one, so that was like the orange, purple, and green on the left of the screen. The middle one is like the autumn girl, which is the like orange, amber, and another green. I think it was, right?
Here, I can
show them off.
Show them off a little bit. So that's spoopy. Sorry, drying nails. This is this is our autumn girl. And those will be Skittles. So those are going to be the ones that I have a different color per nail. And then this is our Vamp, and this would be a this would be a gradient. So it goes from black to a dark red to a light red. Yeah.
All right, Lazy Slayer, it is in your hands. Oh no. Can't decide between Autumn Girl and Vamp.
That's pretty good. So okay, maybe we can like if we're down to those two, maybe we can do a sudden death.
We can do a sudden death. Let's do a sudden death. All right. We're gonna vote again. And it will be Autumn Girl or Vamp. All right. We're starting the poll.
I'm gonna grab a couple. I need to get some materials real fast. And I'm right here.
Okay.
I knew I was going to forget stuff. As you do.
No problem. Okay, this time I'm gonna vote again.
Vote again!
Yay! Few more seconds to get the votes in. I'm excited to see.
I know it.
I hope my choice wins. Okay. Okay, the people have spoken and it is Vamp.
Vamp? Okay, I'm very
Yay!
excited. Okay, so we have another choice coming at you. So, don't look behind the curtain. So, as you see before, I have creme versions of them. Here, I'll lay them down. I have creme versions and I have hollow versions. So the hollow versions are a little deeper, a little richer, but I think that works really well for this particular palette. So I do think that this will come out really nice. But I do think this one the creme version will work out nice too. So this one, these are just kind of your standard. Cremes are just like basic solid color. They'll go on opaque. These will go on opaque too, but we also have a mix of little hollow, like flakies in there that will.
Okay. Oh, that will like holographic, like little glitter.
Yeah. So like when you put them in the light, there'll be a little bit of a shimmer, like a rainbow shimmer. But yeah, it kind of looks like glitter, but they're specifically rainbow glitter. And so that's the deal with that. But it'll probably look a little darker than the cremes. The cremes are going to be a bit more vibrant. But I think both versions will make a really, really cool palette either way.
All right, I'll start the poll.
And I think while we're doing that, I can talk to you about it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote though, real fast.
Be a quick fire one. So while we wait for that, because I'm going to be doing a gradient instead of just doing a skittle, I'm also going to be busting out. So this is going to be like a little harder. Oh, I know what I can do. I don't know. I totally forgot. But because it's going to be a gradient, something that I can do is put on something called liquid latex. And so for a lot of people, something that they don't like doing when they are putting on a manicure is that they will end up getting some of the polish on their skin. And there's a couple ways to deal with that. My favorite way is to just take a brush, like one of these, and a cleanup brush, and I will be making mistakes, and so I will be using it at some point, for sure. And that's usually my favorite thing to do, is just to erase it with the cleanup brush. But when I'm doing a gradient, which is going to require me to use a sponge, and you'll see that process, it like by nature of it, it'll get all over my skin. So that way I don't have as bad a cleanup, I have this liquid latex that I will put around my nail bed, not my nail bed, but the skin around my nail bed, and we'll peel it off after. So that way I'll come away mostly clean, except for my nail. It's a handy little tool if you want to do nail art that can get a little messy. And it's good for if you just like don't want to deal with the mess. I personally, it can be one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to put it on. I'll just clean it up. So it kind of depends on how you're feeling, but because it does take a little bit of effort. But it's if you really hate, if you really want to have like a good clean manicure, it's a good option. Or investing in one of these little brushes, and you just dip it in acetane. Great, it's great. It really, to me, like really elevates the manicure, because I think that was something that I used to not like, was having shaky hands and or doing your right hand if you're right-handed and getting it messy. But the great thing about it's like having an eraser, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. I also imagine peeling off the liquid latex is like oddly satisfying, kind of like peeling off like dried glue.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's great. Absolutely. So that's 100%. It'll be fun when because I will be using it, so it'll be fun taking it off.
And BTW, the winner of the poll was the hollow versions.
Hollow versions? Okay, yes. I am really excited. I think that's going to look great. Okay.
Yes.
So, I'm going to get started here, but I have a secret. I'm going to have an accent nail that is not going to be this particular palette. It is going to be this palette, but it won't be a gradient. So what I'm going to do on my ring finger, which is usually the accent finger, but not always, I am going to use the brightest color, which is this nice bloody red here. And I'm going to use this topper on it. That's a crackle topper. Is my video okay? Okay. So it's a crackle topper, and it's going to be really fun. You'll see what it does. I haven't used it before, so it's going to be like a little bit of a surprise. But if it works as like I think it should work, and Holo Taco is such a great brand that I've never had any issues with any of their special effects. I think something really fun. I think it's going to be a really fun little accent. But yeah, it's basically, I think we had a lot of crackle polishes back in, I think, the early 2000s. And so that's going to be what this is. So that is my plan for my accent nails. But while I'm going to paint all my nails red first, because I'm doing a gradient. And so because I'm doing a gradient, the way to do this is that you want to do your lightest color at the bottom, so that way the darker colors will show up really nice for like the rest of the manicure. Because if you do like your darkest color, your light color might not show up as well.
That makes sense. I feel like when we were doing some paintings too with Miriam, she mentioned the same thing. We do the lighter colors first, and then you paint over the darker colors. So that applies to nails too.
I love that. It's so cool. It's so weird how like so many art things coincide and work together. And okay, so the next poll that I want us to do. So I want to do something over our main nails. So not my crackle one. And I have 3 stamp plates here. And and they all have different designs. And so I'm thinking we can choose which plate we want to do. I'll turn these around so you can see them better. But so this one, I have one that's kind of a Ouija board theme.
Oh, great. Okay, now I have to think about how to spell that.
I think it's O-U-J-I. O-U-J-I?
O-U-I-J. Okay,
O-U-J-I.
I will attempt. And people just remember what it is.
Yeah. This one is a little bit more kind of what we were talking about before with like the silly spookies. This is spoopy. We got cute little ghosts. Yeah, it's pretty much cute little ghosts, little jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, so that's that one. And then this one is we're getting a little bit more spooky scary here. This one has some fun textures. We've got like a brain texture. We've got bats. We've got these are webs that are really cool. We've got other little like scary face. We've got some jack-o'-lantern faces. I think there's like a little vampire lip there.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so this is just picking which plate you like, because we can go ahead and I think we can talk about which ones we want to do specifically. Like we won't be tied down to like one specific design. We can do a bunch of different stuff, which is, the beauty of it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
okay.
I'll run through them again. So we
We'll
have like
start the
a Ouija
poll.
board. Yeah. And I'll talk about them a little bit more too. So we've got a Ouija board guy. We've got like the lettering. We've got the Ouija board. There's some skeletons. There's like some designs specifically, like these ones that are in kind of rectangles are ones that are meant to like go over the entire nail. So anything you see that's like in that like very specific rectangular shape will go over the entire nail, and then everything else you can kind of like put in a corner, put in the center. Lots of ways you can use. So I should probably explain. I didn't before. So these are stamping plates, and so I have special stamping nail polish that I use. Like I will use a stamper, and it'll pick up the pattern, and then I can put it on my nail. That's what it's named. So if there's a particular stamping plate that is called to, you should go for it. This is like a kind of silly, funny, spooky one. This one has a lot of like cute ghosts. The cute ghost plate.
Ghost.
And then we've got our little bit more of a scary one here. With like we've got some blood spatter, I think. Got some brains. The webs are nice, and then like some jack-o'-lantern faces. There's a little vampire lips too. Hard to see on this, I think, but yeah.
Okay. Well, poll results are in, and it's Ouija.
Ouija! Oh my gosh, great!
Yay!
So, is it possible to kind of take a picture of this, and so people can kind of look at it as I paint my nails, and we can kind of discuss what they like and what they don't like?
I don't think I can.
It's okay if we can't, but because I just kind of I'm gonna get started painting my base coat, and so we can discuss in the comments. I don't think we'll vote for that, but just like if anybody has any ideas of how we could style a nail with this particular palette or plate, let me know. Maybe
you want to try to describe a little bit more of what was on the plate?
Yeah, absolutely.
The letters and Volumnia asks, can we get the Ouija letters GGC?
I love that.
Yeah. Also, Emeraldo says that since, thanks to last stream, they have a bunch of I think it was the nail stamps. So you have influenced.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that. How did it go
Oh yeah.
for you?
Tell us
Have you
how
tried
it
it?
went, Emeraldo.
Yeah.
Tell us what your experience has been like using the nail stamps. Oh,
I would love to know.
Emeraldo also says you got to do the dial thingy.
The die. Oh,
with
okay.
the
Maybe I can do.
Is that a thing?
So, like, are you thinking this guy, Emeraldo? Is that one right there? Try and lift it up a little better. Sorry, I know it's not the
It's also
best.
like reflective. Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, great. I'm thinking that would be cool for my thumb. And then I could do GGC. And then this is like our accent nail. So GGC and then the thumb for that.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yes, I love that. Also, Emeraldo says that they are obsessed with the nail stamps. Yay!
Oh my gosh. Isn't it so fun?
Oh my gosh.
And I think maybe if we have time, I also will like add some bats up here at the top to the GGC to see if we can't like spice it up a little. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the next thing so now that we've got that kind of sorted, I need to start painting my nails. But the next thing that I want us to think about is what color do you want the stamps to be? I have a couple of options. I think I only have two that'll really work well. So I think you can't go wrong with white. I think that'll show up nicely, whatever we do. Or we could do kind of silver, because I think that like vampire, I feel like silver is a very vampire-y color. And I think it'll show up well with the like the black, red, and dark red. If anybody has any suggestions, I can see if I have the color, but those were the two that I think will work the best.
My vote is silver.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think silver will look really cool.
Yeah, especially with the hollow nail polish. You got a lot of the shimmery going on. Yes. Chat agrees with me. Already. Yay. Coercion. Silver.
You've influenced everybody.
Yay.
I have already got polish on my skin, so off to a great start. That's okay. So the nice thing about doing a gradient is that you only have to do one coat of like of your base color coat. And I'm sorry, I know I for my thumb I have to do it on like the edge so you can't see it, but we're going back in. But yeah, so you only have to do one coat of color before you get in your. So that's nice.
Yeah. I just get very impatient between coats.
Yeah. True. See, that's why I like to, when I'm doing my nails, the thing that I love to watch TV while I'm doing my nails, or listen to an audiobook. It's such a nice little like way to zen out. I just feel like it's meditative to me.
Yeah. And is there a particular genre of television show that you tend to gravitate towards while doing your nails? Or is it just kind of like any TV show? It's fine.
I think I'm kind of just picky in general, but it would be like anything that, so I can't watch like anime with subs, obviously. So
yeah.
But I think I kind of tend to watch a lot of Let's Plays because I don't necessarily need to like watch the entire game. Like I love like I think it's really fun to like listen to Markiplier or Jacksepticeye play a scary game. So I think I do a lot of Let's Plays. Or I'll do something that I've seen before and I don't need to like sit there and like really keep my eyes on it. Like anything that I can like
too plot heavy.
Yeah. Or like rewatches, things like that. Or I like sometimes I like watching Bluey. Like I think Bluey's a good like
I just started watching Bluey.
Yeah. It's so wholesome and sweet and it's just a good time.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's funny that it's a TV like a TV show for children or children's television show, but it's like really great for all ages. I tried watching it, or my dog was just being a little anxious, so I was like, we're gonna sit on the couch and we're gonna watch Bluey together, and calmed down.
There's something so healing about it, you know. Just love it.
Yes. Chat also loves Bluey. The dance-off episode is a favorite. I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah. I think my favorite episode might be Baby Race, which I think if you haven't gotten to the dance-off episode, you might not have gotten to Baby Race, but that one...
Okay.
Yeah, it legitimately made me cry.
Oh no.
But not in a like, oh, this is so sad. It's like, I'm so moved right now. Kind of cry.
Yes. I get it.
Yeah. So if there's any Baby Race fans out there, let me know. Okay, so
got at least one.
First hand on this. I love this color. It's like a really nice true blue, like true blood red.
Yes.
Oh, very excited about it. You can kind of tell that I've used it a lot because it's like half empty, and when you get like half empty, it gets harder to use. So I'm like struggling a little bit. I need to get more. And bumping into things. Okay.
And are all of these polishes like pretty quick dry?
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice.
So yeah, no, they do pretty well. Though there's like different levels of dry with nail polish. So I don't know if anybody has had the experience that you do your nails at night, and then the next morning it's like you got a bunch of sheet indents or it's kind of messed up. And so there's a couple reasons why that would happen. Because your nail polish doesn't like fully dry for about a day. And it'll be dry enough that you can do stuff, of course.
Right.
You know, after like your initial drying. But it does it's things are gonna be really nicely cemented in by, the next day. Which is another reason why it's good to have a top coat to like protect it, because that'll help keep away the indents. But yeah, so even a quick drying one is still gonna need like a good day to fully dry.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, chat would like to know, what is your favorite hollow color?
Ooh.
There's so many to choose from.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna have to ask a clarifying question. Like, so do you mean do you mean like a formula that has like that's a color that has hollow in it, or like a formula that has hollow in it that is colored? I don't know if it matters. Question. That's really hard. Wow. I think I really like black hollow. because there's something really special about the way that it looks. And I've done a couple times where, like, I don't know, it just kind of has this like very stunning effect. I have here one of, so I have this black hollow. So this is a stamping polish, and so if you want a really cool easy mani, what you can do is you can just have black, just like a black creme, and use this like black stamping nail polish on top of it, and it just has this like beautiful subtle effect that's still like, even though it's black on black, it just, there's something about it that just really works. And I think there's something really special about black hollow. But you know, I do tend to do a lot of blue. Just like I tend to use blue a lot in my, just for whatever reason. So
Okay. Oh,
black's
also,
not kind of the color.
When you saw Taylor Swift, you went to the Eras Tour. What did you do with your nails? What did you end up?
Oh my gosh!
What was? I know you had a lot of ideas, right? But what did you end up doing?
Yeah.
What did you land on?
Yeah. So we were wild in, and I actually went both nights in Seattle.
Oh
so
my
I had
gosh.
2 looks. I know, it was like a very weird situation where like we had like 6 people all trying to get tickets, and so we got tickets for like all 6 of us, but they were like way up in the rafters, and I happened to like have like the pre-order code for the other night, and so I was like, I just got in there and got 2 for me and my best friend, so we just went both. Because
oh my gosh,
how did your body
feel? Yeah, how did your body feel after 2 nights? Because after I just went to Saturday and I was like, I'm dead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, we were like, I definitely was feeling it, because like the first night I kind of went all out. Like I wore specific boots and I was in so much pain. Yeah, no, so much pain. And so the next night I wore some good running shoes instead. But okay. As far as looks went, so the first night I did kind of like an Evermore look with like, I had this like it's kind of this muslin brown dress. I was trying to like look like her in Ivy a little bit. So I had my hair up in braids, like milkmaid braids. And I had these little like green leaves in my hair, like a wreath, and like these glasses, earrings and necklace that were all like, they were all like these kind of emerald looking costume jewelry to make it look like leaves. And so it was very like green. So I had a deep green base coat, and then I had like a gold, so it's like this silver but gold. So I had a deep green base color, and then I had like gold leaves on my nails.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like a stamping. And that came out really great. But I actually liked my second night a little better, even though it was probably the less involved look. And that was, I did a lover look for that one. And, you know, lots of pink, lots of hearts, lots of like little diamonds in my hair, that kind of thing. And so I had, the top was pink, my shorts were pink, and I had like a little cardigan around my waist that was blue. So I did a skittle, and the skittle was, it was like, I had dark pink, light pink, dark pink, light pink, and then my accent nail was like a baby blue. And so what I did with the baby blue one was I had a blue holographic topper. So I took it, and so what you can do with toppers sometimes is you can put on, let me grab one real fast so I can show you what I mean. Well, yeah. So basically you can take a topper, so like if it has like gold flakies or blue flakies or whatever flakies, the base of that coat will be like a clear, right? So that it spreads out evenly. But if you want to like really jam pack it on there, what you can do is you can paint it on like one of these little makeup brushes that I have, or makeup sponges, and you can just dab it on top of the nail, so that way you can really pack in the color or the flakies onto the nail, instead of just like kind of the natural way that it does it. And so I did that on the accent nail, and I did a matte top coat for the pink ones, and it just came out really great. So I had like this one accent nail that was like glossy, and then the other ones were matte, and it was just like, it was really simple. I didn't do any stamping on it, but it just came out really nice, and I had that look for a while just because I really love how it came out, and it was just like a pretty palette. But yeah, so that's what I did. I love that I was asked that.
I love it.
Thank you, chat. But yeah, what a good time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I didn't expect, like, I didn't expect to scream and shout like it was such a like going back to teenage girl moment. Yeah, I've never seen her before, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's an experience. It's quite a show. She's a very good entertainer.
Yeah, she is. Have you seen her before?
Yeah, I did go to Reputation and 1989, and I did Arrows.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was definitely way easier to get into those.
I imagine so. Oh my gosh. That's what people tell me. But yeah, so Reputation, I saw that they had like a Netflix version.
Yeah. It's Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That was, it was great. That was so fun.
Yes.
I love it. So, okay, I have this red. I forget how pretty this red is. I haven't worn this in a long time, but it's a really pretty red. So, okay, I got my first coat on. So how are we doing? Did we decide if we wanted to do silver? Is that what everyone had said?
Yes,
or did we?
Silver.
Okay, great. Sick. So I'm going to do, this is going to be the crackle topper I'm going to put on, supposed to shake it really well.
I'm so curious
about I haven't done this yet. And I
look like.
Yeah, I haven't done this yet, but if all goes well, so we should see it happening pretty immediately. But yeah, so according to the Holo Taco, which is like clearly my favorite brand, on their YouTube channel, they had said to do a very thin layer, not to just glob it on, like, because I tend to glob things on, but it'll get kind of chunky and not as good if you do it, if you glob it on. So I'm gonna try and, I'm nervous. Let's see here. Okay. Just put it on right on top of it. And then it should start, it's going. Let's see if I can't. Shoot, it's such a bummer that I don't have a better camera.
Oh,
but it dries on matte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. No, it came out good. You did all right. I'm so sorry that it's that I don't have like a better camera to show y'all, but it's a bummer.
When you knew that would be a photo.
Yeah, we'll have to take a photo, but it did come out pretty cool on my end.
Yeah, we'll trust you.
Sorry. Yeah, so it did. We got a cool little crackle effect there. That came out great. That's so exciting. I wish I could like take a picture and send it in chat right now.
So you said the crackles were big like in the early 2000s? I do not remember.
So I mean, I remember that being a trend, but I don't have like I don't have any like. Does anybody else remember it? Like the crackle nail polishes that they had? It was like a big thing, I think. I remember really wanting them and thinking they were so cool. Yeah, it's really neat.
J-Fun used to use the crackles. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But is there any other trend, like nail trend from like the 90s or the 2000s that you kind of want to see come back? Because you know how like everything, fashion is cyclical.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I don't know. Yeah, no. I feel like I completely forgot about Crackle until Hello Taco was like, "Oh, we're releasing a Crackle nail polish topper." Let me see. Because I feel like right now, my world as far as like nail art has gone has been so expanded since, because this was like my pandemic hobby that I really got into. So it hasn't been like years and years. Like, I mean, I've always liked having my nails long and doing them, but I definitely haven't been as into it as I am now. But yeah, I don't know.
J-Fun says that there was perfume nail polish. Do you remember that? I have no recollection.
No.
Which would be interesting.
I know that they do have, like, there has been like ones that smell like, I don't know, there's like yellow ones smell like banana or whatever. And so I have seen those and heard of those, but yeah, I don't know, it's really hard. I feel like now it's like, I think a lot of nail trends actually, I think a lot of nail trends kind of tend to be, you know, this is what my answer would be, is like, I would love to like have more people doing natural nails, not because of like there's anything wrong with acrylics or anything, but I think I would just really like to see people, I would really like to see people getting to use nail polish more often, because I think nail polish is so versatile. There's so much you can do, whereas with, like, there is so much you can do with acrylic and so much you can do with gel. Like sometimes I'm almost limited with nail polish, but I think I would like to see more people doing nail art just in general. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know a lot of people who do nail art themselves. And I think I just want more nail art friends.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I would like nail polish and doing lots of fun, wacky colors to be more in vogue. Because I think the thing I do is not what the nail trend is. You know, I think a lot of the nail trends right now are like stiletto nails, which are great. I love stiletto nails. But yeah, I think I would like more friends, like more. I want more friends who are doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, if you want to be Jessie's friend, nail art friend. Yeah,
do it on nail art. Like, one of the hardest things for me during the pandemic was like when I was really getting into this, I was constantly like, I need to paint someone's nails right now. Like, because, you know, I would only do it like once a week for myself, and I'm like, I can't do this more than like once a week.
Yeah,
and so I
Kingsley wasn't into it.
He's being such a jerk. He's sleeping down here, and he always sleeps up on the couch. But he's not sleeping on the couch right now.
A little camera shy today.
Camera shy today for sure. Should wake him up. Get up. Yeah. So be my friend. Okay. So I have put on. So we have our first layer. And I have put liquid latex on. I do it two at a time because you don't want to leave it on too long, because it's not as easy to clean up. You kind of want to do it fast-ish. It's probably not going to be very fast, but we'll see. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I want to start black at the top and then end at the bottom. I think that'll look. Give it kind of like a dripping blood kind of.
Yeah.
Feel, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm going. So okay, I'll walk you through it. What we're gonna do. So to do a gradient, and a gradient is, if you don't already know, it's like we're going to basically make it so that the colors run together in like kind of like a sunset. Like, you know how like when the sunset, like the colors meld together. That's the idea. That's a gradient. Hopefully that makes sense. And so how you do that is you get all three of your colors, and when you have hollow polishes with like they have the flakies in there, you want to give them a good whack. You want to give them a good shake to really get those hollows evenly distributed. So that's why I'm, treating them badly right now. So the first thing we do is we're going to lay these guys down on my sponge. So I'll start here, and you basically kind of eyeball how big your nail is. And you paint it on the brush. So I'm starting with this red right now, and I'm getting it nice and saturated. And then, so to make a really nice gradient, it's good to have like at least 3 colors, but you don't have to. You can do this with 2. So if I wanted to have this light red into this black, that would still work. But I think having an intermediary color really helps it. Like it makes the transition really nice and smooth. So that one's going to go in between. So this darker red is going to go in between the bright red and the, oh, what a beautiful color, and the black.
Okay. That makes sense.
I don't do a lot of red, but I so great.
J-Fun has volunteered to be one of your nail art friends.
Oh my God, J-Fun! I love it. Well, come over and we'll watch movies and do our nails. Have a sleepover.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it sounds very like 90s slumber party.
Exactly. See, like that's what I'm always chasing is the 90s slumber party.
Yeah, the high from the 90s slumber party.
The high from the 90s. I'm always trying to chase it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to have like a little bit of an overlap. See, so we've got like this is gonna be how we get the nail art on the nail. And then you dab it to just like get off some of the excess.
Okay.
And then, so this isn't going to be the best view because it's my thumb. But what you're going to do is you're going to just dab, 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 dab. And you might want to do it a couple times. And this is, I'm going to have to show you better with the, with my pointer finger because thumb is not the best for doing this. Maybe I'll start there actually. And then I can go back to the thumb. No, I'm gonna do this differently. So this black has a little bit of a different formula than the other two, but I think this is my only black hollow. But so it's you'll get the best results from your gradient if it's from the same company with the same formula.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that'll. I mean, you can there are no hard and fast rules, but but you should probably see more success in that regard. I feel like it's like with anything with art, you gotta feel it out sometimes.
Totally.
And I think there's also like a little bit of a complication when it comes to using a hollow when you're doing a gradient. It's not as opaque as like a creme. And these are very opaque polishes. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, you lose a little bit of the. You've got to kind of do it a couple. You have to do a few more rounds sometimes. So I might do this like 2 or 3 times, depending. the end result is really worth it, I think.
Yeah, it already looks really cool.
Thank you. I think it's
Well, also question. How long did it take you to learn gradient nails, and was it a lot of trial and error?
I think that gradient nails are one of the easier like nail art, because it's really just like a lot of dabbing. It's a lot of, it's I think a lot of it is just like, you don't know what you don't know. And so I was watching a lot of Simply Nailogical videos. Like, I don't know why, it just kind of came on my radar one day, and I was, watching her stuff, and it just inspired me to try it. So, I mean, I definitely didn't do it. There was definitely trial and error for sure. I think I had a lot more trial and error when it came to stamping for me personally. But that's so silvery. Yeah, so I think that was a little harder for me. And I still think, I don't know, it's weird because it is hard to like really get it nice and right. And I feel like I never, I have a hard time getting it just like that perfect, great gradient. But yeah, I think what's kind of cool about gradients though is that, like, especially if you pair it with a stamp, it looks really great when you have a stamp, even if you mess it up. It's kind of like if you were to it's kind of like when people cover up their eyeliner with falsies. Yeah, so I think it's one of the more like immediately gratifying nail art, like, because it feels really advanced, but it's actually, like, once you do it, you just kind of need to know the steps, right? Like, you don't particularly need to be very advanced or anything. It's just kind of knowing what to do.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, so I just took off the peely for that one. I'm gonna go back to my thumb later, but that was, so I just took it off, and you can see, like, it's a lot less mess than it would have been if I hadn't had them. But I'm gonna go back in with my brush and just clean up my sides. But yeah, I think if you want to do like some really cool nail art, YouTube has so many just great ideas. Different folks have just like these really incredible creative ways to do your nails that just like look great, and a lot of them are pretty simple. Like, it's like, I think more than anything, it's just time consuming rather than difficult a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, probably the hardest thing about painting your nails is like the painting part. But that for sure, like, my hand has gotten so much steadier over like these past 3 or 4 years because I do it like once a week, and it's not. You really do just like get better, and I have terrible motor skills, genuinely. Like, I have the worst handwriting you've ever seen. I don't know. My hand's always shaking, but like, with practice, I have gotten pretty good at, like, putting on nail polish. Like, I don't get it all over myself like I used to. So it's something that I feel like you will rapidly see results if you're practicing it, and again, it's like, I love it because it's just this, like, it's this craft that you get to do and that you get to just take with you wherever you go. And you get to just like show it off, and it's so cool. Like, because I think a lot of crafts that I do is like, oh my gosh, I did this amazing Lego build, and it's so cool. But I can't like, take it around with me. I can't show it to a bunch of people. Well, you can take a picture of it, but it's just like, my art is right there. Like I'm a technical writer by day.
Yeah.
And so, lots of work at the computer, and it's just like my little, here's me just, expressing myself in this really fun way. Just like little art therapy for me.
Okay, another question. How do you feel about nail wraps?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what a nail wrap is, so if you could explain what that is.
Yeah, like, do you mean nail wraps as in like the things to guard your do you mean like they're like a way to, the ones that you can put on your finger to make in a design, or do you mean the wraps that like go around your skin to protect your skin?
Oh.
We'll
wait to see what chat says.
Yeah.
Oh, the decorative ones that have a design.
Yeah, I haven't figured them out yet personally. So I think it's really cool. And I have some, but I have never quite like taken the time to sit down and figure out how I do it. And like there's a lot of like things like that I would love to try. I think it's more complicated than a lot of the stuff I do normally.
Yeah.
And I think, I have a couple that I've been wanting to use. I have this like really pretty floral pattern that I can see it right from where I'm sitting, and I haven't used it yet. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, great question. Maybe next time we'll do some experimenting and I can try it.
J Fun says they are her obsession for the holidays, and she can show you.
Say again?
Oh, she can show you how to use the nail wraps.
Oh my. Yes. J Fun, let's
nail
next
art
time
friends.
Nail art friends.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, next stream is J Fun and Jessie.
Oh my gosh, double J's, double trouble.
Yes.
I love it. That would be so fun. Yay, okay. So we're 2 down. I'm gonna just do, for time's sake, I'm just gonna do my left hand tonight. And then I will do my right hand off camera. But we're 2 down, and then we can get to stamping. But I'm liking how it's turning out.
Yes.
You can see it, but it's such a bummer that I don't have like a good enough camera to really show you what's happening. But you can see like we got a gradient going on. You can see the difference, yeah. Stop being nerdy. This is like, I want so badly to be like one of those nail art influencers who have this like lovely, great. I don't have great cameras, obviously, but there are a lot of people who have really great setups and do their nails on Twitch. If you like this, you would love Simply Nailogical. She's so great, and she does Twitch streams of nail art sometimes. And she's the one who owns Holo Taco. That's her company, which is my favorite. Just consistently really, really great quality polish. This isn't sponsored. It should be. We
gotta get on that.
I know. Simply give me money. Oh, wait, I forgot to put on my text. So, liquid latex is also another little thing that you got to learn to do, because it's harder than it looks to put this on around the finger and not on the the polish that you just put on your nail.
Yeah. If you do get it on your nail polish, does it take off the nail polish? Or
it kind of just depends on like how dry it is at that point.
Okay.
But it could definitely mess it up. And like it can mess it up just because like getting it off you could mess up your mani just by trying. You know what I mean? So, like if you try and get a pair of tweezers in there, that's probably the thing that's gonna mess up your mani more than anything. Yeah. Let's see. I might need to read. See, my middle finger is much longer than my other finger, so this is gonna have to. We're gonna have to do a little bit of changing it up. Gotta make this a little longer right now. Yeah, the combo is turning out really nice.
Yeah.
I knew chat would have my back. Knew you guys were gonna give me something good.
Yeah. Chat has never failed us.
Never failed us. Great taste. Ooh! Getting so excited. This is turning out to be really good. I'm really excited. I feel like, yeah, I wish I could like take some pictures in between chat. Maybe I'll do that like as we go. Can you send pictures in Twitch chat? I don't even know.
I don't think so, but
Okay. Yeah.
maybe I think it would have to be like you upload the photo to like Imgur or something, and then send the link in chat. So yes, but also there's some extra steps.
This is so Halloween-y. I'm so excited.
Yay!
Okay. So I left this on a little long, but doing surgery. You should do this with tweezers, but I don't know where my tweezers are right now, so that's why I'm using this tool that I forget the name of. I don't know if I ever knew the name of that tool. Anyway, that's another one. No one bites the dust. We gotta clean up. No. Down. Does anyone watch Good Omens? That's my current obsession. Is Good Omens.
Oh,
on Prime.
I know the second season just came out, right?
Yeah, in July.
Okay.
And I hadn't watched it before that.
Okay. J Fun does watch Good Omens. So at your 90s slumber party, you can also watch that.
Yes! Oh my god, J Fun! I think we're best friends now. I think we just became best friends. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I love, yeah. If you need a new show rec, and I think it's got kind of like, it's not quite Halloween vibes, but it's got adjacent Halloween vibes. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm just saying things at this point to get everyone to watch Good Omens. It's got David Tennant. It's got Michael Sheen. What more could you want?
Yeah. Do love David Tennant.
I went back.
Okay.
Say again?
I was trying to remember what he was in recently where I was like, that's an interesting role. It was DuckTales.
Yeah. That was actually, because I love cartoons and animation. And so I have watched that with just because, like, not because of David Tennant at all. He's great in it. But yeah, like that. I just love whenever he gets to be Scottish. It's so funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
It's so good.
And Doctor Who's coming back soon.
I know. So
Is it next?
Yeah, it's November.
Right? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel like when they announced it, I was like, this is so long from now. Like, never.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be here. And now it's next month.
Never gonna be here. Well, I I didn't start Doctor Who until I watched Good Omens because I was like, I love like I think David Tennant and Michael Sheen are like such incredible actors. Like you can just tell like how like that they're masters of their craft. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do Doctor Who because I feel like Doctor Who is like such a rabbit hole of content. Like there's so much going on.
Yes.
And I've almost finished through 11's run.
Okay. Yeah.
And I've just not stopped. I think I only have 2 episodes left of that like era of it, and I'm just like I just have been putting it off because too many episodes of Doctor Who have like emotionally scarred me.
Yeah,
since then.
oh gosh. Yeah, you're really gonna have to mentally prepare for the last few episodes of 11.
Hoping it would be fine. But of course it's not fine.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I didn't expect? There are so many terrifying episodes of Doctor Who.
There
like
are. Blink?
It's really scary sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it.
The silence was terrifying.
That's exactly what I thought of too. Oh, there was another one that really freaked me out. Oh, I loved the episode with the Weeping Angels.
Oh, yeah.
The first
Terrified
one.
me,
Oh my god. That was legitimately scary, but it was like it's my favorite kind of scary because it's like, you know, there's no gore to be said of. There's no gore at all. It's just scary. In like the concept and in the like direction. Definitely one of my favorite episodes that I've seen so far. Just so good. But yeah, there are a lot of episodes that I just find really horrifying.
Yeah, I watched that Weeping Angels episode like on a tablet with headphones in the dark at night.
Oh my god.
And it was one of the most terrifying experiences. I think I did at one point like throw my tablet across the room.
Yeah, I think because there's like a specific like jump scare, I think, because like this that like really got me, and I just didn't expect that from Doctor Who because I don't know. It's one of those. I've always been on Tumblr, always been a Tumblr girly, and it was always in my periphery, and I never got into it specifically because I was like, the way that the show is set up, it's like there's not a lot of happy endings, and so I'm like, I don't. That's sad. I don't want to watch it. That looks sad. And it is. But David Tennant got me in the end. I was like, I want to consume more content of his. He's so good.
He is. He's so good. Also, J-Fun, I think the creatures or the episodes where Amy had the marks on her arm, that's the silence, I think, right? They're the ones that you forget after you stop looking at them. Right?
Oh, I was thinking about that might be right. I was thinking about the ones in the library episode where you first meet River Song.
Yeah, because that's called Silence in the Library.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think they were the same thing, but now I'm not entirely sure. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
The Silence in the Library, that was the shadows. The shadows were the creatures, but the silence themselves,
yeah,
I feel like were different. And they had
but there are multiple very scary episodes of like it's so wild. But yeah, just real quick, what I'm doing here is I am putting on a sticky base coat. So this or sticky, I don't know, is it a top coat or is it the base coat? Base coat, yeah. So what this does is it makes it a little easier for me to apply the stamp because you'll see when I do the stamps that it's a very quick process. Like you can't do it leisurely. You have to get things on at a specific time, or you won't. It won't transfer. So you got to do it fast. So the sticky base coat makes things a little easier. So like when the stamp is actually on my stamper, I have a little time to put it on and it'll pick it up real nice. So that's what the sticky base coat does. It's not necessary, but anything that makes the job easier. Yeah.
So it is both a base coat and a top coat because it's like the base of the stamp, but then a topper for.
Yeah, it's an in between coat because
Okay.
I wouldn't put it on like my naked nail. I mean, you could, that'd be fine, but I mean, yeah, like if you wanted to like put a stamp on your naked nail, then you would use the base coat as like an actual base coat. But yeah, I don't think there's not a lot of moments where I would do that,
Makes sense.
But maybe sometimes I have done that before, like something kind of like that. Yeah, actually, that was a pretty cool look that I did one time, which was like I had 2 accent nails where I didn't have a base coat underneath. I just had like a regular base coat, and then I put the sticky base coat on top of that, and so it had like a see-through kind of effect. And it did actually come out really nice.
Cool.
I was worried it would look good. Yeah, no, that was a fun one. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the G's. Hold on. So for stamping, this is not something that you have to do, but I have a little grabber here that holds my cotton swab so that way I don't get any acetone on my freshly done nails. So you want to have a nice clean plate. And so these plates are etched with designs. So there's little grooves in here with a design on them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my silver, and then I'm going to take my scraper. This wants to open. We'll see. There we go. So we're going to take my scraper, and I'm going to paint it right over the G. So this is a little one, but you don't have to use like that much. You don't have to use that much paint. That didn't come out great. So the G's are a little harder just because it's very tiny, but you can see it didn't quite pick up great.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see it, but it didn't pick up all the way. Which is fine. We just have to go back in, and this is probably the part where stamping can get a little tedious, just because I'm a perfectionist and I want it to be perfect. But you have to like go back in and you have to clean everything. So you have to clean your plate. You can't let it. You can't let any residue be left. You've got to clean your stamper, and you've got to clean off your scraper, your stamper. The stamper you can't use acetone on, so you can just use tape.
Okay.
So if you use acetone on it, you'll ruin the stamper. But let's try again. Maybe if I do it this way, maybe I might not have done it fast enough. Oh, much better. Yeah, guys, I gotta be quick.
Speed.
And so speed. So I also picked up parts of the design that I don't want. So I'm going to go in with tape and just pick it up around.
Oh.
Yeah. So that way we get it nice and clean. All right. So, and then this is the real tricky part, is placing it, which I don't know if there is a good way to do this, but you just do your best. I get these ones that have like, they're super clear, like see-through, so I can really properly see. But this is where my shaky hands. Press down, get on there. Okay, and we've got a G.
Ooh, very nice. And you can only you can't like reuse that stamp on multiple nails. Like you gotta put it back on the. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm
like
not
this
sure if I
is
asked the
this
question
took
right, but
the No, I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, so it took the like polish that was on this stamp and transferred it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not
Okay.
like a stamp where you have kind
Yeah,
of a
you
traditional
can.
stamp.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to do this. That's where things get kind of that's where things get a little tedious with this particular process, just because it's every single time. Even if you mess up, you've got to go back in. You've got to clean the plate. You got to clean
Mhm.
your scraper, and you got to clean your stamper. But you get better at it. You enjoy the process. You put on Bluey. You have a good time.
Yeah.
That's my philosophy. All right, that's pretty good. I'll take it. Got the H better than the G though. Like these little letters, these are cute. Okay, great. So we got Geek Girl. Geek Girl's
Woohoo!
happening. Woo!
Woohoo!
The
Woohoo!
colors are really great. I know you guys can't see them too well, but yeah, no, that we had a really great. Oh, sorry, Ginger. We got a really great palette going on right now. It came out great. I need my acetone. So I don't know if this is something that people wonder about, but I recommend using 100% acetone when you are honestly doing anything with your nails. Because it just is going to get things off way faster. Like if you get those like drugstore ones
Mhm.
that are like for sensitive nails or anything, it's just not going to work. They don't work. It doesn't work well.
Yeah.
And I honestly I don't even know if it like the sensitive nail thing is even real. If it not that people don't have sensitive nails, but that it does anything to help.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. But if you have sensitive nails, I would probably work on like using cuticle oil and stuff like that. Yeah, cuticle oil will probably strengthen your nails better than any sort of like acetone based thing. Yeah, these like little letters are more difficult than like this will pick up easier the Ouija board pointer.
Mhm.
That'll
Mhm.
pick up nicer. But we're almost there. Getting close. While we wait, do we want to add any like? Should I add some bats to the letters, or should I add any? We've got some stars here, maybe.
Mm. Yeah, chat. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. There's like there's some graveyard. There's a graveyard down there. I could even pull from different ones too.
No, I kind of think it looks spooky when it's like alone too.
Alone? Okay, totally. All right, we got our letters in. Okay, last
Woohoo!
one. Ooh. You gotta clean. Gotta clean.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna go for this guy, and I'm thinking like I'm gonna try and get like most of my thumb with this guy. It'll be full coverage. We can get it in fast enough. Ooh, beautiful. See, so much easier when it's a bigger design.
Yeah.
That came out so nice. Alright, nice and clean. So what I'm going to do is kind of... You're not going to be able to see because it's my thumb, but I have the tip be right there. Ooh. I wasn't ready. Oh well, it's fine. Not the best, but I think if I clean it up, it'll look better. I wasn't quite ready. So, because this was a bigger design, I'm cleaning up around the area.
Oh,
and this is another time. Yeah, and so this is another instance where you could use the liquid latex, but I just didn't because I got lazy. And sometimes it's just easier to go in with the brush. Okay, so we got kind of like an accent thumbnail. Thumbnail. But yeah, okay. Perfect. So now we're just going to do like the top coats. So we're going to do a couple different top coats. So we can clean that up later. I don't have to do that. So my most important top coat in this part of the process is going to be the smudge-free top coat. So this, if I were to just use a normal top coat on top of my stamps, they would probably run, and we don't want that, especially after all of the hard work we did. So the smudge-free coat locks it in. I don't know what the magic is that they have put in this, but it doesn't smudge. It's amazing. I'm gonna start with my non-thumb fingers because I did my thumb last.
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do a nice little even layer, and this we're adding lots of layers to this, but it gives you a nice full mani, you know. It locks it in. I'm not gonna add it to the crackle one though.
Oh, any particular reason why?
Oh, because I just don't have. There is no. I didn't use a stamp on my crackle.
Oh, okay.
One. And why waste not, want not, you know?
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. And then now that's done. We're going into our final step. It's exciting. Where are we at? Oh, that's perfect. We're doing great on time. So this is my super glossy top coat. It is my favorite top coat. What it'll do is it'll make things even shinier, really nice and shiny. It's a quick drying top coat, so it locks everything in. And just is the thing that's gonna make your mani really last and keep it from getting all messed up, like when you're in your sheets and stuff. That can still happen, but this definitely helps it along a lot. So I'm gonna actually start with my accent nail just because that one has been drying for a while, and I lay this on thick.
Oh,
You know, like you don't have to do it as thick, but yeah. I do have it on there. And this is when one of my best tips for having a long-lasting mani is to wrap the tip on your final layers. And this seals in your manicure, so it's you know how when things start peeling back, if it's wrapped around the bottom of your nail, you don't get things. It doesn't come off as that poorly, you know. You don't get that run that I don't know how to say it, but you know, it eroding off, things like that. Yeah, so there we go. So wrapping the tip is a really great way to just preserve your mani. And it's just like an easy little step. I tend to do it honestly with even like all of my colored layers as well. You don't have to. I just kind of end up doing it anyway. It doesn't hurt. I think it's probably a good idea to do at least with your top coat of color though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I always love putting on the top coat. It's so satisfying. It's like, I'm almost done.
Yeah. So great. I feel like it also gives it an extra like
Little
gloss.
luster, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely does. Again, this is a really great brand. If you wanted to like, if you're like really into it as a hobby, this is a great brand to invest in. I think I just have nothing but good things to say about it. It's always done me really well. And for the crackle one, I'm gonna go in with another layer of top coat just because the texture of it is thick of the crackle. So they had recommended to put on 2 top coats on it too, like kind of even it out so your mani isn't like and uneven. So that's what they had recommended. But yeah, so that's gonna be the look. I'm gonna do off camera. I'll do the my left hand, but yeah, I think it came out amazing. Actually, like it's a really pretty pretty palette. The silver works really well. You guys were spot on with the silver. And it's just like really Halloweeny and I don't know. Can you see the gradient at all?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. I think you guys picked an amazing palette. I'm so excited. And I can't wait to like put it on the rest of my nails and take pictures. I think I'll take a picture of this nail right after. So you can see it in, better lighting and see the details of it. But I think it came out really great. I hope you guys liked it.
Yeah.
And I hope you maybe learned something new. I don't know, but spooky scary.
Yay! Thank you. I think the
No worries.
colors
Thank you.
were an excellent choice.
Yeah, you really knew what you were talking about today, chat. Very so excited.
Yay! Okay, so let's see. On Thursday, Jayfun, Emerald, and Miriam are going to be playing Witch It. So when we played it before, it's kind of like a witch-themed hide and seek. It's very fun. And then I'm trying to remember what is next Tuesday. Oh, it is pumpkin carving and ghost stories. So we'll be carving some pumpkins or decorating some pumpkins and telling some scary stories or not so scary stories. Hopefully nothing as scary as a Doctor Who episode.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
And we are going to be rating Pixel Ninetales today. So give them some love. But thank you once again, Jessie. We'll have you back with J Fun for the collab, the nail collab.
Yes.
Yay! And can't wait to see the photo. But
yes, I will send them soon.
Yay! Okay. Thanks everyone. Bye.